Hello, this is Mitch Smith, and if you didn't notice, I took a little break from YouTube, and actually I did some facelifting to my YouTube channel. I'm no longer specifically working with mortgage businesses, and if you're following this channel, there's a good chance it was because you were looking for mortgage tips. However, local SEO will be a topic that will be heavily covered on this channel. I decided it's time to start making some content again, and I figured I would just start with this fundamental video. I actually ended up accepting a position with Thryv. I'm a business advisor. I'm based here in Oklahoma City, but I work with clients all over the country, and I basically help them, get more clients, manage their workload, get paid faster, generate more reviews. We have some AI-driven lead generation tools that are fantastic. We have an SEO program that's amazing. Some of my clients, I see the reports, and they're doing a really awesome job on that stuff. And those of you who know me personally or who have had a chance to work with me, I shoot people straight. I try to treat people as if, my mother owned their business or was in their situation, and that's just what I do. That's how I sleep well at night. If I did it any other way, I just wouldn't. It wouldn't sit right. And at the end of the day, that's what matters, is that we find peace. So in this first video coming back, I'm going to cover the 5 pillars of digital infrastructure necessary to generate cost-effective leads. Now, what we're talking about here is basically before you run any kind of advertising, whether it be on Facebook, on Google, anywhere like that, you want to make sure that you have this 5-pillar foundation in place and that all 5 pillars have been optimized in order to ensure that you have the best chance of engaging with a conversation or capturing a lead from that traffic. The first of the 5 pillars is an engaging, responsive website with original content and social proof. You want to have either some widgets or links or just testimonials from some clients. Videos would be amazing. You want to have basically just make it interactive, make it super easy. A lot of particularly millennials these days, including myself, I would rather, if I can't book a meeting with you or engage with you without picking up the phone, there's a good chance I'm going to keep looking, and I'm not alone. Call it a character flaw if you're older and you wish, but it's just the nature of the situation. We have technology these days, and businesses that have not adopted that technology are creating an extra step in order for me to solve whatever problem I'm looking to solve. And it's essential to me that it's easy. Most of the time I'm multitasking. I'm in the middle of something else while I'm booking the appointment, and if I have to stop what I'm doing, then make these phone calls, it just makes it that much more of a hassle, and I just prefer not to do that. And so you basically, you want the social proof. It needs to be interactive. It needs to obviously look great on all different kinds of device sizes. That's a super important component for Google. They will actually change your ranking based on the device being searched from, depending on how well your device performs on different devices. The second one is reputation management. Are you generating reviews? Are you responding to reviews? This is one that's often overlooked. Reviews are basically the modern word of mouth. Imagine that you are needing to find, a plumber or remodel your bathroom or anything, and somebody refers you to a company. Most people are going to go still look that business up, and they're going to look to see what kind of reviews they've got, what kind of online presence they have, especially if that person who referred them is not somebody that they know really super closely. Maybe it's just an acquaintance or somebody that they met at the grocery store. You want to make sure that you have, and then you're responding to reviews. Any negative reviews you have, respond constructively. Respond with something that is thoughtful, that takes into consideration. Some people are just rude or, are out to get you. But, you want to be respectful, and because other people are going to read that stuff. The next thing is an automated value-driven follow-up system. If you go to let's say you're looking for like a chimney or some custom brickwork on your house, something like that. If you go to a website and you fill out a form, let's say you're one of these people like me who doesn't like to call, which is a growing number of us, if not the majority. If you just have something that comes up on the screen and says your inquiry has been received, thank you, I'm not going to be satisfied that my inquiry is being tended to. Who knows how long it's going to take for them to get back, etc. It's completely different if you have a system in place where after they fill out that form, it sends them a text message and says, "Thank you for inquiring. We will be back in touch soon. In the meantime, here's how you can get in touch with us." That's a completely different, that's a completely different deal, and it reassures the customer that they are being tended to and that there's no need for them to continue on the search to find a different business. Online listings management with an emphasis on Google My Business. So one of the factors that Google is considering, one of the super important factors, is they're looking for how consistently a business is listed across the internet. And particularly on the major search engine directories. Like if you take whatever vertical you're in, let's say you have a carpet washing business, and you search for carpet washing companies, look at the top directories that come up. It's probably going to be something like Yelp, Yellow Pages, these kinds of directories. Those are, it's most important that you're listed consistently on all the ones that are listed, on the first 30 pages of Google, because that is the data that they are, pulling from. And it makes sense as to why. Basically, Google is trying to partner businesses with a search intent that, and the business needs to be the most relevant solution for that search intent. And the way that they determine that relevancy is by how consistently the business is listed, and a whole other variety of other factors, which I will get into in a later video. But just know that, so I actually used to, whenever I used to run my own agency, I used to manually create all the listings for my clients. It might be 60, 80 of them. You can also hire them out on Fiverr. However, you can't ever really be sure that they're creating them within the United States. That can make a difference as far as how those businesses view those listings, and you can't be really too sure. The best bet, plus, let's say you have a change you need to make. Let's say you change the company name. Let's say you change your hours, your website, anything like that. The categories of work that you do. You have to go through and manually, revise each one of those. Now, I have a solution that I provide that allows that. I also have a solution that solves all of these things, actually. But and here, in the description, you can find a link to schedule a consultation. I primarily work with small businesses, 2 to 9 employees, service-based, that kind of thing. And then social media campaigns. It doesn't have to be the best social media presence in the world, but you do need to be present. I did an exercise when I first came on with Thryv, and we actually had a variety of different, there were about 10 of us on this team, and we basically all shared our screen, and we were looking for a bathroom remodeler. And we would just speak out loud the process that we were going through as we were looking for this bathroom remodeler. And it was amazing to me. About 3 out of the 10 people, 3-ish, were actually using Facebook as their search engine, or there was one that went to Google. They would just see the names, they wouldn't click anything, they would just see the ones that had the good reviews. They would take that name, they would search it in Facebook, and the engagement that business had on Facebook was basically the indicator that they were using as to whether or not that business was even open. If they hadn't posted in 2 years, they would just assume that they're closed. As far as they were concerned, the business is closed. That's how they're basically making a determination about which business makes sense to work with. And so, it's important that you have the foundation covered. Now, until you have all 5 of those pillars covered, it doesn't make any sense to run ads, because there's just so many ways that people go about reaching out to a business. You want to make people who want to send you a text message able to do that. Who want to fill out a form, they should be able to do that. They should be able to call you. They should be able to do whatever it is that makes them most comfortable with engaging with your business, and all these other pillars need to be covered. Otherwise, you're just throwing money out the window. I've run many tens of thousands of dollars worth of Google and Facebook ads, and this is a missing component that a lot of businesses miss. Plus, if you look at the numbers, it's a very small percentage of people that actually click on ads. The vast majority are not clicking on ads, and I will do another video on that soon. I hope this makes sense. Just wanted to make a super quick one, getting back in the game here. And if you have a small business and you'd like to schedule an appointment for just a consultation, kind of go through the process that your clients go through as they find your business, make a decision about whether or not you're the right choice, how they pay, everything from that to, how you turn them into an advocate and basically maximize the lifetime value of each and every interaction. I'd be happy to do that. Look for the link in the description, and we will talk to you very soon. Thank you.